Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to your science class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Now we are learning air and earth. Can anyone tell me what did we learn in the previous class? Very good. We learned about properties of air in the previous class. Let's see a small recap of the previous class. What are the properties of air? The properties of air. Air is colorless and odorless. We cannot see or smell it, but we can feel it. These are a few properties of air. We learned some more properties of air through some activities, right? So some other properties of air. Air occupies space. It does not have any shape. It takes shape of the closed container in which it is kept. And air has weight. These are the points we learned in the previous class. Come on, let's start today's class. Before that, make sure you having all the needed resources, content book and workbook of volume 2 and notebook. Now tell me, how could you move the crumpled paper ball? How could you move the crumpled paper ball? Yes, by blowing air. When we blew over the paper ball, air pushed the ball and moved it. We can conclude that air applies force. Today, we will learn about another property of air, that it exerts force and pressure. So, the aim is to conclude that air exerts pressure. Put the video on pause and write down the aim in your notebook. I hope you have done. Come on, let's begin. Air exerts pressure. These are some keywords we will use in this topic. Inward atmospheric pressure. Now we will be going to learn the pronunciation of these keywords. Come on.
Invert. Invert. Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure.
I hope you learned the pronunciation. Let's learn the meaning of these keywords. The word invert means to put something in the opposite order. Invert is being in such a position that top and bottom are reversed. Next, atmospheric pressure. It is a pressure exerted by the weight of the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure is the force exerted on a surface by the air above it as gravity pulls it to air. Atmospheric pressure, also known as barometric pressure, is the pressure within the atmosphere of air. Okay? Now you can note down these keywords and their meanings in your notebook. I hope you have completed. Next is an activity that shows air exerts pressure. Along this video, I have posted another video. Put this video on pause and watch the demonstration video. After that, come back to this video. I hope you have done. Now tell me, what did you think would happen when the glass was inverted? Yes, the water spilled out. Most of us thought that the water would spill out when the glass was inverted. But what actually happened in the demonstration video when the glass was inverted? Yes, it did not spill. When the glass was inverted, the water did not spill out. Why it happens? What prevents the water from falling out of the glass? Yes, air. The air that surrounds the glass prevents water from spilling out. How did the air prevent the water from spilling? What can we conclude about the air pressure? Come on, let's see. In the glass and cardboard experiment, air in the surroundings exerted upward force on the cardboard and balanced out the downward force of the water. From this experiment, we can conclude that air exerts pressure. Okay? What are the layers of air surrounding the earth called? What does it apply pressure on? Come on, let's see. The force applied by air on a unit area of surface is called air pressure. The layers of air around us form the atmosphere. So this pressure can also be called atmospheric pressure. It applies pressure on all objects on earth. Okay? Did you get it? Good. Next parts question. Why don't we crumble under atmospheric pressure? Put the video on pause. Think and write your answer in a notebook. I hope you completed it. Come, let's see the answer. The atmosphere exerts pressure on our body, but our bodies also exert an equal amount of pressure in the outward direction. The pressure in our body is equal to the pressure outside of our body, hence creating a balance. So, we don't crumble under atmospheric pressure. Did you get it? The atmosphere exerts pressure on our bodies, but our bodies also exert an equal amount of pressure in the outward direction. The pressure in our bodies equal to the pressure outside our bodies, hence creating a balance, so we don't crumble under atmospheric pressure. Okay? Next, practice questions. Question number 3 and 4 are your today's homework. The questions are, why don't we feel air pressure around us? Why don't we feel air pressure around us? Next question, write any two uses of air. Write any two uses of air. Next worksheet question. In S2, first question, in which situation does air exert force? Write one reason for your answer. There is two pictures, picture A and picture B. Look at these pictures. Think and write which situation does air exert force. Give a reason for your answer. Next question. There is a picture, right? Look at the picture and answer the questions. The questions are, mark the direction of the pressure of air in the experiment and label it. Mark the direction of the pressure of air in the experiment and label it. Question number 2b. What is stopping the water from falling from the glass? What is stopping the water from falling from the glass? Question number 2c. Which property of air does this experiment show? Which property of air does this experiment show? Third question. Does air apply pressure on us? Why don't we get crushed by its pressure? Does air apply pressure on us? Why don't we get crushed by its pressure? We already discussed this question, isn't it? Watch the video carefully and write your answers. Next question of the day. Today our question is, what actually happened when the glass was inverted? What actually happened when the glass was inverted? Now an open question to answer in the comment section. What is the conclusion of the experiment? What is the conclusion of today's experiment? You need to answer this question in the comment section. Okay? Do the practice questions in your notebook, worksheet questions in your workbook. Now today's class has been completed. Do your homework regularly and get a sign from your parents in the planner. Don't keep pending work. Do your homework daily. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. God bless.